Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Out of Stand Nation. We got our full crew here today: Nick, Aura, Bang, and myself, Jihoon.
Sup?
So, hi, everybody.
Sup?
Hello.
What's up?
All right, so we had BlackPink just come up with "Kill This Love," right? That was what, 2 days ago, 3 days ago,
3 days? No, 2 days ago.
2 days ago, and it's already up to 89 million views. So that's pretty explosive growth for a music video coming out just 2 days or 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I would hand this off to the rest of you guys to give your impressions first, but I like to start on this one if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
All right, so musically, I thought the music video was very well done. Like the song, I thought from that opening, what was it, that trumpet, right? Or you had some brass instrument playing on from the very beginning, and maintaining that pace throughout, and even breaking up that pace every now and then with Jisoo and Rose's parts. I thought that provided a very good contrast, and when they brought it back towards the end, with the way it picked up and went to that military marching band theme, I thought it was very, very intriguing, very, very different compared to what we've heard with a lot of other groups from throughout this year. The music video I thought was very well done. From the imagery, like the imagery was very powerful and very, very stylized. Had high production values, and there was a lot of meaning with Rose and Jisoo's parts. You know, especially where parts where Rose was driving the car, but she's running away from herself driving the car. Jisoo running away from the version of herself that's dressed in black. Showing that internal conflict of wanting to get out of a toxic relationship, at the same time wanting to stay in. Mm-hmm. So, all in all, I thought all of that was very well done, but I still have some other thoughts on the music video and the song itself. But I'll bring that up towards the end, and from here, I'd like to hand it off to Bang. Why don't you go ahead and give us your thoughts?
I actually really, really liked it. It's been on full repeat. I don't watch the music videos a lot on repeat, to be honest, but I have watched it a couple times since release, and I thought it was really good. Like you said, really well put together. It all ties in good. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts. I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and when it comes to providing opinions, Bang does a really good job of providing that. Because for the rest of us, we tend to get very overly analytical at times, where in our analyses, we can actually talk ourselves out of liking something or disliking something, and getting over analytical. And with what I really appreciate about with Bang's more casual take is sometimes you just gotta let yourself fall into the song and just like it or not like it, and to hell with the analyses, right? So from here, Aura, why don't you go ahead and give us your take?
Well, so I think I heard Nick wanting to say something first. Did you want to say something first, Nick?
Yeah, I can. All right. So for me, I'm very caught because when I'm looking at a music video, I'm kind of analyzing it from two sides. I'm analyzing it from the music theory side, then I'm analyzing it as a fan, as a Blink side, right? And so as a Blink, I really enjoyed the music video. I thought it was really, the visuals was really well done. I thought that there was definitely a lot of imagery that was something that we haven't seen a lot of from them in the past. And then, but from a music theory side, I thought it was interesting, but not what it should have been. I'm gonna preface this with saying that from hearing the first verse of Jenny and Lisa's rap, I thought the song was gonna be really, ratchet, honestly. Because Lisa came out with that flow that just did not give off a good vibe to me. But they did. But on the music theory side, they came in with a lot of things that was very interesting. They started off in D minor, for example, or sorry, they started off in D Locrian, which is an off key, and then they went to D minor, and they kept switching back from D Locrian to D minor the entire way through, which is really interesting. And then obviously, like you said, that marching band kind of thing at the end was really, really interesting.
Like that just it kind of came out of nowhere, but it was hinted at towards the beginning, right?
Right. Yeah. But also they kept with this. They were right after that intro, they kept the D Locrian scale, and then they were singing in D minor, which created this kind of dissonance, and made it really, really interesting. I know I just lost like half the fans, but it's all right. So, and now that I've listened to it a lot more, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite BlackPink song. I'm not gonna say it's up there with, with the top for me. Obviously my number one favorite song from BlackPink is Really, and
that's a really good song.
And Doo 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 being up there as well. That entire album was just so good, and I'm not gonna say it's up there. I'm gonna say it's an okay song from them. It's definitely not quite what we expected from them. They're used to taking fast tempos, and usually deciding between major and minor or swapping between. But this is something very fresh from them, and I really like that.
Same.
All right, Aura, what do you have?
So, I will say that the video itself is really good. The director did an amazing job. The imagery was absolutely amazing. Very beautiful, especially with what Jihoon. I agree with what Jihoon said, was that Rose's scene, especially, was one of my favorite parts, where like she's running away from herself that's driving, and then like the small details. I don't know if you any of you recognize this, but if you look at the cereal boxes from,
they're all love stuff.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I really loved all the details that went into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that part right there, they custom made every single one of those cereal boxes for that scene,
And then she destroyed them all.
and she destroyed them all.
Which for me, I'm like, I kind of feel bad for I feel bad for the cereal. Yeah. I felt bad for the cereal. I'm like, what the heck did the cereal do to you? But that's besides the point. All the details were really good though. And my favorite for the song, my favorite parts were probably Rose's parts. But again, this isn't. So you guys already pretty much know this isn't really my favorite song. You guys have seen.
Not your style.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this kind of style song. I was actually, for imagery wise, I was actually really turned off by. I really hate saying this, but I was really turned off by Lisa's costume choices. I guess the best description would be what Nick used, ratchet. Wow, I never thought I'd ever use that word. But yeah, I really did not like her costume choices. It really was something that turned me off. And basically, same was with the part where she was paired with Jenny. I really didn't like the costume choices for that. It did feel very ratchet-like to me. Well, I still can't get over saying the word ratchet. But
You said it 3 times now.
yeah, right?
Yeah, we're gonna add a counter to that.
Yeah.
Ratchet counter.
That's the 4th one.
But yeah, overall, the music video was really well done. I liked the direction that the director went. But overall, the music video just wasn't my style. I didn't like it. Because I think it was 2 episodes ago, we talked about like meeting expectations and the hype. I'm a little glad I didn't hop on any of the hype trains, or else my disappointment in the song would actually be a lot lower, to be honest.
Or you mean you're a lot more disappointed in the song?
Oh yeah, because I did listen to the rest of the album, and there were other songs that I did think that deserved the music video a lot more than this one.
But the other ones were I'm not saying they were slow. Two of them were kind of like, in between. I can't remember the names of them, but I know Kick It was really good.
Yeah, Kick It was one of the songs that I actually thought should have gotten the music video.
Don't Know What to Do, I think, wasn't that more of, it had like I'm really bad at describing the stuff, but it wasn't slow.
No.
It was kind of in between two. It started off as slow, and then it built up.
Yeah.
It has like a moderate tempo.
Yeah,
exactly.
And Hope Not is the straight slow one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like ballad level slow, but it was slower than what
slow
used.
for my style.
Yeah, slower for your style. But Kick It would have been a song that I would have actually chosen over Kill This Love, to be honest. I thought that song was a lot better. I also did not like the remix for Doo 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 Doo.
I didn't mind the remix. I thought it started off good, and then halfway through, when it kind of messed with the beat a little, that's when I didn't like it as much.
Yeah. So that's my views. Overall, the album, I feel like most of the songs are good. Music video was really well done. Felt really ratchety though, especially for the rap parts. And yeah.
I thought Kill This Love deserved the music video because I actually really like that song.
All right, so I guess it's the part where I go back to the point that I want to talk about. So again, I do like the song itself, like from just the way that the song is structured and from like vocally and instrumentally. I love the music video. What I don't like about this package is overall. In fact, I'm still trying to debate on whether or not I actually even dislike it. Is just it's very angsty, right? It hovers on that stage of a breakup. The anger, the borderline hate, and it just hangs on to that emotion. I would love to have seen it start off that way and kind of progress into the moving on stage of that aspect of a relationship, because I feel like this is a breakup anthem, and not just like a civilized breakup, but more like a I hate your face breakup.
Well, it is called Kill This Love, so you're trying to kill something, so
yeah, but so it can hang up, or it can go on to that part. Like, yes, by all means, there are many people who get into toxic relationships. Many people have experience in this, where they get into a toxic relationship and they need to get out of it. Yes, by all means, kill that love.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But don't emphasize. I don't like the overemphasis on the kill part. Like where that emotion permeates beyond just the killing the love, but it's just an overall combative feel to the song. And really, I can see this very much resonating with American culture, because American culture is very much loves conflict. We see this a lot in reality TV shows. It's really taken off since the days of Jerry Springer back in the 90s, going to Real World and you name it, with all these reality shows. The centerpiece is conflict, interpersonal conflict, and Americans love that. And I can definitely see the majority of those 89 million views coming from the American Blinks.
Well, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but so there is more English in this song than the other songs.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had a lot of it.
So I feel like this does cater a little bit more to the Western fans, just because they have done. You were saying something?
No, go ahead.
I felt like it was catering more to the Western fans because I feel like the imagery was very more Westernized. I guess and then like the feel of the song felt very more Westernized. The costumes felt more Westernized, especially with like let's say the Tomb Raider costume, you know, and I want to say the little soldier kind of vibe that that the background singers had felt very was Western feel.
Well, so I want to say that the overall direction of BlackPink as a group is very much targeted for the Western audience.
They're growing bigger.
Was that?
They're growing bigger.
Yeah, and when you look at the backgrounds of all the members, why is it that the majority of them are able to speak English very well?
Yeah.
Right, and not to mention from their very debut with and the songs that followed afterwards, they are very much targeted towards the Western hip hop culture, or the pop/hip hop culture, and we very much see that cranked up to 11 with this music video and this song.
So, as far as popularity, they're definitely growing popular. I mean, Kill This Love actually broke a YouTube record. No surprise for BlackPink, but broke a YouTube record and reached 50 million views in 24 hours and 8 minutes after the release, which is almost twice as fast as Do 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 Do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do 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 hit the milestone in 2 days, 2 hours, and 26 minutes. So, and BlackPink's been very known to break records. I mean, their international following is gigantic. Things that help that is it was an early morning release for us instead of like a 5 a.m. release, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yes. with it coming out at midnight KST, and so that was for me personally, that was 11-ish my time, and so that's great because I could watch that, and I was awake around that, and it was, it wasn't like I didn't have to be up at 5 a.m.
So for me, it's not that much of a surprise that BlackPink continues to break records very consistently based off of who their targeted audience is. You have to remember that the world's largest music market is the American market. It's magnitudes larger than the next largest market, which is Japan. And Japan, again, it's still just a fraction of the American market size. So compare that to, say, like the Korean market. Korea as a for their demographics, they have I think they're about half the population of Japan. So the Korean market only has so much space for consumption. So when you have a group like BlackPink, which is very much catered towards the American market, and like you said, right, with the way they timed the release, for K-pop, it is not that surprising that BlackPink is able to set these records, and that's not to downplay their achievements. What YG has accomplished with BlackPink, they have discovered the winning formula. This I want to say that where SM had failed to break into the American market with BoA and Girls' Generation, and JYP failed with Wonder Girls, I think that YG has what it takes with BlackPink to finally break out into the American mainstream market with obviously with just a bit more tweaks to their formula. They're getting there, and I think in the next few years they have a very real chance of doing so.
Yeah, I mean, everything comes with negatives though, and while BlackPink is really 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 popular worldwide, it's been long said that they kind of struggled to really take Korea by storm.
Yeah, they finished 2018 at fourth.
Yeah, they struggle. They struggle a bit in the Korean market now. That's not saying that they're struggling in the Korean market. Comparatively to other Korean groups, they're pretty good, but comparatively to the international fan base, they're struggling in the Korean market. And obviously, when you have things to contest like Twice, Red Velvet, groups that are taking Korea by storm, it's hard. And it's a competitive market, but things that would help that is obviously having a more Korean-based song, which then your international fan base drops, and it's all trade-offs, right?
Right.
There's only been
but
really been one group in recent years to actually break into the American market. Obviously, that's BTS.
BTS, yes.
Whatever
And-
they're doing is,
And so, I mean, as far as that goes, but if you look at, YouTube Watch stats and votes and all that stuff, BlackPink internationally is a big powerhouse. And, like, for example, Doo 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 is almost to 750 million views on YouTube. They're dominating the market in terms of YouTube views and votes, and that's crazy.
Yeah, so that trade-off that you're talking about with, yes, they are very much a powerhouse on the international market, but they were finished 2018 ranked fourth in terms of like album sales, right, and market presence, for Korea, but by the economics, they're trading up on that really because again, the American market is just so huge, especially compared to the world market. Like the American market represents such a humongous outsized fraction of the world market at large. So for them to have such a strong international position as well as in the American market, again, Korea is just such a tiny market in the big picture. So they are definitely trading up on that.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people, myself as well, I'm going to be honest, are definitely concerned with the fact that BlackPink has never been a consistent group. There was that year hiatus, there was, whatever else, but I think a lot of people are still also worried about that.
Oh, you're talking about consistent with their output?
Consistent releases, yes.
Yeah.
Because you see, BlackPink is averaging about a comeback a year, and you have groups like Twice, for example, who are averaging 4 or 5 comebacks a year.
Yeah.
maybe more.
Or more. Hell, there's nothing stopping them from double releases, right?
They did it in the beginning.
But the problem with that is BlackPink's company YG just doesn't support them well enough, and that's why it's a bit scary for BlackPink and being, obviously being a Blink and whatever else, because you don't know when they're coming back next.
Yeah, and there's very good grounds to have those concerns because we saw how they mismanaged 21.
Oh yeah.
And BlackPink, you can definitely see that BlackPink, with the way that they're structured and their place in the marketplace, is very much like 21 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And so for many of us, myself included, that just amplifies that concern that BlackPink could end up the way of 21.
Yep. And disclaimer, we're not saying that BlackPink is the same style as 21.
No, it's just
that was a big thing when BlackPink actually debuted. Was everyone was like, "Oh my God, next 21," and
Yeah.
BlackPink is a very different personality. But the problem is YG as a company, like like we're talking about, has never been great at supporting artists.
Yeah, what I was getting at with where BlackPink is kind of like 21 2.0, it's not to say that they're in the exact same style. It's more like they occupy that same market space and the almost like the anti-girl group, where compared to like Twice and Sony Shide, where they have very pretty and very cutesy imagery, right? That kind of image associated with them. BlackPink is more of the the strong independent woman type of group. So.
Definitely, yeah. I would really like to see, like, I find myself thinking a lot what BlackPink, if you took BlackPink and put them under a different management company, how big would they be now?
Or would they have even gotten a chance? Yeah,
because if you throw them under JYP, or if you throw them under SM, or one of the big three that they can currently be under, where they have a good support foundation, it then tends to reckon, because BlackPink was a risk to take this with this type of group.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say.
The
JYP,
primary amount being non-full Korean type of members, right? I mean,
Well, that and like
Two
the other
Aussies.
labels, they don't have the balls to even try and promote a group like this.
yeah, exactly. You know, because there's a lot of, I mean, I've seen a lot of people like talking about how BlackPink is a Korean group, but their focus seems
Outside of Korea.
More
outside of
westernized.
Korea. You know, I mean, have you seen what their popularity looks like in like Latin American countries?
No.
It's insane.
Really?
It's huge.
Okay.
They dominate those countries like no tomorrow. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, and you know their sound does have an overlap for what those countries favor as far
Right.
as like their pop scene. So I can definitely see that, as well as the, you know, again, like that imagery, because the image that Blackpink projects is very much more in line of, you know, that Western hip hop style, which is which has very much superseded traditional pop in the Western market. So you could say that hip hop is the new pop.
Right. Yep. Definitely.
Well, this very feels much like a school lecture, by the way, guys. Just saying, after I think Bang and I have been quiet for, what, like 10 minutes now?
I'm listening.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. Jihoon, Nick, you guys like really know your stuff. It just kind of felt like a lecture for like 10 minutes.
And that's why I saved it for the end.
But yeah.
So do you guys want to squeeze in a bit more another topic, or you just want to think it's a good time to end it here?
I'd say this is a good time.
Yeah, I've got nothing more to say.
I've got nothing.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we'll close it with our favorite songs of the week. How about that then?
All right, let's go.
All right, Bang, take it away.
Oof. Well, I mean, with Kill This Love coming out, I've been really enjoying that. That's basically the thing that's been on repeat.
Okay.
And then you, Nick?
I've still had I just really like you on repeat. Really like you in Violetta.
Yes. And then you are?
So I'd have to say, Eyes One's really like you, similar to Nick. And actually, Bulbagon's Boom. I really that music video was actually pretty funny to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very cute video. For myself, I'd say I'm still on Ua and Eyes One's Violetta. So, yeah.
I'm throwing in Dance the Night Away. I've been listening to that a lot too.
Oh, you're bringing that back for me. Okay, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, well, let's see. Aura, why don't you go ahead and close the episode?
All right. So thank you for listening. Hope you liked our content for today. Please comment, like, subscribe, join us on Discord. Peace, adios, and have a good day.
All right, bye.